We're continuing our conversation this week on Veteran Stand Up with Elizabeth O'Brien, the CEO of Freedom Learning Group. Liz, well, yesterday we were talking about the challenges of being a military spouse, but they're great sources of employees. What should companies be doing?
Yeah, so I think back to my time when I was at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and Hiring Our Heroes, and we had a wonderful consortium of employers that were committed to putting military spouses to work and creating best practices. And so that would be one of my first calls to action for any company that's listening today, right? Go and learn from those folks that are already doing right by our military spouses across America. But honestly, this is a talent-rich resource. I'm a CEO of a company. I want to win every day of the week. And the way I win is by putting military spouses to work because they make us a better company and a better organization. And so if you are a company out there that's considering right now, how do I bring military spouses into my pipeline, right? First, you want to consider who can you partner with to build that pipeline? There are tremendous resources out there. Two, how do we make sure as a company that we're ready to receive, right? We have to be ready for military spouses. We often hear about veteran-ready companies. We also have to be military spouse-ready. And so there's lots of steps that companies can take, and it's really just taking the time to sit down with those companies that are already doing it.
Oh, and how about the military spouses? What should they be doing to think about being invited into this environment?
Absolutely. And so we have to be an active participant in finding our own paths, right? Nobody's going to hand it to us. So one, seeking out those nonprofit resources. Two, looking and finding what companies speak to you from a mission perspective, because we know that's important to us. Three, are those companies ready? Do they have pathways to integrate you into their company? I think about when I transitioned from coaching college basketball to working at Hiring Our Heroes. That first week, I couldn't sit still in my chair. Nobody told me that I'm going to sit in a chair for 8 hours a day. And I had to learn how to not communicate in really short sentences because it doesn't translate well into corporate America. So how do we leverage? And there's so many great courses out there through LinkedIn, through Coursera, opportunities to truly get yourself ready.
And how about sources on the internet where both companies and spouses to go just learn about things that will help them match?
Yeah, absolutely. You can swing by hiringourheroes.com. You can go to DOL.gov. DOL has done a tremendous amount of work to make sure they're helping military spouses understand what they have to navigate every time they move to a new state in terms of licensure and credentialing.